Hello. Well, here we are again, eh? Doesn't time fly when you're excruciatingly happy? What a year I've had. Honestly, as what's his name? Rod. As God is my judge, I've had a hell of a year. To start with, Ephesia's been telling everybody about her OBE. That's her out-of-body experience. Only she'd had the sense not to go back in. Well, she told me she left her body and floated right up to the ceiling and then drifted out the window. God, if only I'd been awake at the time, I could have nailed the window shut. Mind you, I had a strange experience myself. I had a long train journey one time, and I was kind of hot and sticky when I got to Glasgow, so I booked into one of these massage parlours. And this gorgeous young lady rubbed me all over with baby oil and gave me a lovely massage. But then she leaned right over me and she whispered, "Would you like super sex?" Oh, I said, if it's all the same to you, I'll have the soup. But the lowest point of this year was a wedding I had to do in September. I'm pretty sure it was a shotgun wedding, because, well, the bride looked as if she was hiding the ammunition up her juke. And I don't think the bridegroom was too happy. When I said, "Do you take this woman?" he said, "Would you?" Well, the whole thing ended in a riot, and it kind of reminded me of the parable of the marriage feast, which, as you all know, contains the immortal words, "Many are called, but few are chosen." Now, there was a king who lived in, what's it called? Cumbernauld. And he gave a wedding feast for his son, and he sent out slaves to call those who had been invited to the wedding. But they shunned his invitations and made interesting suggestions as to what he might do with them. And the king said, "Comest thou mustest. There will be bovril and mutting pies, which are even now in the freezer. And with a DIY wine kit, lo, I have turned water into wine." And the guests came, and they did drink prodigiously of the water which the king had turned into wine, and were soon turning it back into water again. And while they stuffed their faces with pies and bovril, a musician played the piano unto them. But lo, some of the pies had not been defrosted, and there was wailing and much gnashing of teeth. And one of the guests rose up in anger and threw his pie at the man who was playing the piano. At this the king's wife was outraged, and spake unto the servants, saying, "This man hath smote my husband's penis." "The blame is thine, for thou heated not the pies, which is why many were called and 2 were frozen."